All right, there's a chill in the air. Let's talk about winterizing beehives. This is going to be a multi-phase project. Phase 1A, I will be putting on Vivaldi boards. Phase 1B will be wrapping the hives with tar paper. Phase 2 will be insulation, and I have Phase 2B this year, which is going to be very interesting. So we've been having unseasonably warm weather here in Massachusetts. The days have been gorgeous. Nights are down in the 30s. The days are sort of 50s to 70, which is crazy. But it is time to start wrapping the hives. I've done a lot of thinking about this year's winterization, and I've come to the conclusion that it's going to look a lot like last year's winterization with a few modifications. First off, I am going back with the Vivaldi boards. I did this last year and I know I lost a hive, but I don't think it was due to moisture. The Vivaldi board kept the hive very dry. Every time I checked the hive, it was dry. There was no moisture on the bottom of the board, there was no moisture in the burlap, there was no puddling in the hive. These things definitely seem to work. So step one today for winterization, I'm going to take off the syrup that's been on there and the top boxes. I'm going to put the Vivaldi boards on, and I'm going to tape all of the box seams to prevent wind from whipping through the hives. So last year I bought this Vivaldi board and I told you guys where you can go buy it. This year I figured out how to make them. So you can check out my video on how to make this Vivaldi board and save yourself about 30 bucks. You can hardly tell the difference. I think I might put on a veil. Okay. That's it. Just getting a new cover. That's all we're doing. That's it. That's all. Here it is. All right, so that's phase 1A. So tomorrow I'm coming up here and I'm gonna wrap these with tar paper for even more wind resistance and to make the hives black so that they absorb the sunlight and the heat from the sun. So we have the tar paper is on, mouse guards are on, entrance is reduced a bit. We have an upper entrance here, and we have ventilation from the Vivaldi board there. So any moisture from the hive can get out the top. We have ventilation in the back from the Vivaldi board. This is the Vivaldi board back entrance, and I got a skirt on the back here so wind whipping from across the field doesn't whip up into the hive from the bottom here. And that hive is done for phase 1B of winterization. Winter's here. All right, it's time for winterization phase 2. This is 2A, and then we're gonna have 2B. First step, I gotta move the hives. We're gonna put the hives closer together, and we're gonna put on some insulation. And then we have phase 2B, which is gonna be interesting. This is just a temporary solution. I'm gonna be painting these black to absorb more sunlight. But today it's just so cold, I just want to get them on for the windbreak and the insulation. wind just broke my shell. I gotta go fix this. It's just so windy. It's bitter cold. All right, so about phase 2B, I decided I want to make a little more of a windbreak than these arborvitae trees because they're not really full grown yet, and I need a wall. I need something to really block the wind from blowing across the field and hitting the back of the hives. So I decided to build a wall, but I didn't just build any wall. I could have just put some plywood back there or a fence of some kind or stacked up cinder blocks, but I decided to take it up a notch. Check this out. A solar reflective wall.